Despite a brutal crackdown by Pakistan Army Chief Asim Munir's forces, protests in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir are raging, with Pakistani administration choking the supply of food, fuel and medicines to PoK. Locals have now appealed to India for assistance. Thousands of supporters of civil society group Joint Awami Action Committee, or the JAAC, have been on a sit-in at Rawalakort's Eidgah ground since the 9th of June. The protests were originally ignited by a ban on the JAAC, which put forth 38 demands, including the abolition of 12 seats in the so-called Legislative Assembly, which are dominated by Pakistanis. Urged by the official response, many protesters have also called for freedom from Pakistan's illegal occupation. Addressing a charged-up crowd at the Eidgah ground, JAAC leader Aman Khan called on India to provide food and medicines to the residents of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Accusing Pakistan of curtailing essential supplies, he's also warned that the protesters could consider marching toward the line of control if Munir's forces respond to the people's demands with bullets. Listen in.
राजौरी डोडा वहाँ के आवाम से हमारी अपील है कि इस तरफ राशन की किल्लत है, अद्वियात की किल्लत है और हमें आपकी मदद चाहिए, हमें सीज़फायर लाइन का खात्मा चाहिए और हमें आपकी हमायत चाहिए.
In another embarrassment for Pakistan, an iconic poem associated with the Indian independence struggle was recited by the protesters. Instead of holding negotiations, Asim Munir's forces resorted to the use of brute force, with Pakistani rangers opening fire and tear gas near Neelam Bridge in Muzaffarabad. At least one person was killed, whereas 10 others were injured. Similarly, force was used on innocent civilians in Mirpur's Dadial area as well. Amid this, JAAC has issued a fresh ultimatum now. It has asked the Pakistani government to accept its demands by the 8th of July, failing which it will announce the next course of action on the 9th of July. Remember that PoK residents have been without internet as well since a month now. Meanwhile, Pakistan continues to face global criticism over its handling of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir protests. A day earlier, thousands of Kashmiris living in the UK participated in the London Kashmir Million March. They marched from the Parliament Square to the Pakistani High Commission to protest against human rights violations in PoK and demanded the release of detained political activists. Demonstrators waved flags, chanted pro-freedom slogans and condemned the arrest of JAAC leader Shaukat Nawaz Mir. Now, the uproar over the situation in PoK also spread to New Zealand. Members of the Kashmiri diaspora staged a protest against the Pakistani government and the Munir-led army in Auckland. While Pakistan is desperately trying to project normalcy in PoK, remember the ground reality is stark, with a clear attempt to crush the spirit of the protesters. With the people showing defiance, it now remains to be seen what their next course of action will be. All right, shifting our focus now to India as the controversy over the alleged embezzlement of donations at India's Ram Temple continues to escalate. The resignations of Trust General Secretary Champat Rai and the trustee Anil Mishra have now been accepted. The trust says it has accepted both of their resignations on moral grounds for a fair investigation. The trust has also decided to remove Gopal Nagarkatte from the list of special invitees. Now, the Temple Trust convened a meeting to discuss this issue. The high-level meeting was chaired by the Trust President, Nritya Gopal Das, and attended by the Treasurer, Govind Dev Giri, Temple trustees, as well as the senior officials from the district administration and the central government representatives.
के अनुसार इस न्यास के बने हुए कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन संविधान के अनुसार त्यागपत्र देते ही वह स्वीकृत माना जाता है और इसलिए हम लोगों के पास अन्य कोई चारा ही नहीं था। उन्होंने स्वयं इस बात को हमें मूल क्लॉजेस को पढ़ करके दिखा करके समझाया कि यू हैव गॉट नो चॉइस। जब ये त्यागपत्र दे दिया है तो आपको उसको स्वीकार करना अस्वीकार करना ये बात आपके हाथ में नहीं है। अब उसको हम लोगों को मान ही लेना चाहिए। ऐसी स्थिति में और हम लोगों ने उसका स्वीकार भी कर लिया।
Now, the Temple Trust has made it clear that wrongdoing at the sanctum of Ram Lalla will be unacceptable and that the harshest punishment should be given to those who are guilty. The Trust says that it believes that the truth will be revealed after the completion of the legal investigation process, and until then, it is inappropriate to place blame on any one person. Police investigations into the alleged donation theft are moving forward, with court permission granted to question several accused currently lodged in jail. Could Israel be preparing to use Lebanon's Christian border villages as a new bargaining chip in the high-stakes talks with U.S. President Donald Trump? Well, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has claimed that some Christian villages in Lebanon have asked to be annexed by Israel in exchange for protection from Hezbollah. During an interview with Fox News, Netanyahu said that Israel protects Christian communities in the region and claimed that some villages wanted to come under Israeli control. Take a listen.
We have many friends, and I have to tell you, we also take care of our friends, especially the Christians in the Middle East. The Christian villages in Lebanon, some of them have actually asked to be annexed to Israel because we protect them against the Hezbollah fanatics who want to kill them.
However, Netanyahu did not identify the villages or provide any evidence to support his claim. Lebanese officials quickly dismissed the statement. According to local media reports, the mayor of a Christian town in southern Lebanon described Netanyahu's claim as completely false and said that annexation by Israel was never an option. The Israeli Prime Minister's comments, remember, come as a report by Axis claims that Netanyahu could travel to the White House as early as this week for talks with Donald Trump. At the same time, the security situation along the Israel-Lebanon border remains volatile. Lebanese state media reported that an Israeli drone strike in southern Lebanon killed 4 people, despite the fragile ceasefire. Israel said that it also targeted a Hezbollah cell that posed a threat to its forces near the security zone. As military operations continue and tensions remain high, fears are growing that the ceasefire could completely collapse and that the conflict could escalate once again, especially once Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's funeral processions conclude. Mass funerals continue to be held in southern Lebanon for Hezbollah members who were killed in the latest fighting. Our correspondent Gadi Francis attended one such funeral where local officials said that the ceasefire has brought little sense of security, and in fact they warned that the conflict could reignite at any time. Take a look.
There has been a ceasefire in place. The United States have sponsored a kind of agreement or a deal between Lebanon and Israel. How did you read that, and did this give you a sense of security or a sense of safety?
Till now, there is no sense of security or safety. You can hear they are still bombing beside us. The Iranian one is more better because they are saying about moving all the Israelis from the Lebanese land at least.
This is now, it's the time between ceasefire and ceasefire. The aggression is still there, and every day could be the last day before a new round of war reignites. This is the status quo in the towns of South Lebanon, but regardless of all these dangers, as you can see around me, hundreds of people gather every day to say the last goodbye.